You're listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.
Korea's household debt just broke 2,000 trillion won for the first time ever. Seoul just cut how long it takes to even start a redevelopment project, from a year down to 4 months. New villa sales in Seoul have collapsed 73% in 5 years. And starting tomorrow, one of Korea's biggest banks is turning mortgage lending back on. It's Thursday, August 20th. Let's look at what's happening in Korea's property market. Korean households have been borrowing more for 2 reasons this year: rising home prices and a stock market rally that's pulling in credit-fueled investing. The Bank of Korea has already raised its base rate to 2.75%, and it has signaled more hikes are coming before year-end. At the same time, the government's August 13th housing package is trying to loosen supply constraints, even as borrowing costs climb. Here's what the numbers show. Korea's household credit hit 2,019.8 trillion won, about $1.45 trillion in the second quarter, up 25.9 trillion won, about $18.53 billion from the previous quarter. Housing-related loans alone rose to 1,190.8 trillion won, or about $852 billion, the fastest quarterly increase since 2021. The new loan co-fix rate, which anchors mortgage pricing, climbed to 3.18% in July, the highest in a year and 7 months. Seoul cut its redevelopment union formation timeline from 365 days to 120 days, effective immediately across all 25 districts. New build villa sales fell 73% over 5 years, with newly built units now making up just 12.9% of Seoul's multi-unit housing transactions, down from 31.2% in 2021. NH Nonghyup Bank resumes variable rate mortgage lending on August 20th, and regulators have doubled the household loan growth ceiling from 1.5% to 3% for the rest of the year. So what does this mean for buyers weighing a purchase this year? Earlier, we said Korea's household debt just broke 2,000 trillion won for the first time. Here's what that actually means for you. Banks are under more pressure to manage lending carefully, even as some loosen it in targeted ways. If you're buying in a redevelopment zone, expect faster paperwork thanks to Seoul's new 4-month timeline, but tighter borrowing limits unless you qualify as a young or lower credit borrower under this month's new exemptions. Watch whether KB Kookmin follows NH's mortgage reopening by the end of August. That will tell you if credit is genuinely loosening across the board or just shifting bank by bank. That's today's AI Prism, Real Estate. This episode was produced with AI assistance based on Seoul Economic Daily reporting and reviewed by a human editor. AI Prism is a Won IFRA award-winning series. We'll be back tomorrow.
You've been listening to AI Prism from Seoul Economic Daily.